الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. Dear brothers and sisters, today I'd like to speak about the topic of dua, supplication, and how important it is in our life, and some of the misconceptions associated to dua that we have today. But before I speak about misconceptions, I want to speak about how Allah emphasizes dua in Surah Al-Baqarah. As He says in Ayah 186, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ دَاعِي إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ. This is where Allah says, and when my slaves ask you, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, concerning me, then answer them, I am indeed near. I respond to the invocations of the supplicant when he calls me. So let them obey me and believe me, so that they may be led aright. So Allah speaks about how important dua is and how we are responsible for making dua. But one very, very common misconception we have is when we're making dua, sometimes they get accepted, but there are certain times where we are going through something and we make a dua against it that, oh God, we are going through something bad. Please make it better. Give us a solution for this problem. But it does not get accepted. And we often think or assume that God is mad at us. We cannot assume that. We are in no power to assume what Allah thinks of us. Even if there was a way where we could be eligible to understand if God likes us, dislikes us, there's no way we can find that, because that's way beyond our scope of thought. For one example that we can take for dua is Nuh alayhi salam. That prophet was on this planet Earth for 950 years. And he made dua for his people, and his people disrespected him, discredited him, spat at him, ridiculed him. But he still made dua for them. And we cannot think he did not make dua for his own son and his own wife. And yet we know today both of them did not convert to Islam. Another example we can take is of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's a man who would, on the day of judgment, where everyone, our own biological love, will forget about us, he'll be talking about ummati, ummati, ummati. We cannot imagine he did not make dua for those he loved when he was alive, like Abu Talib, Abu Lahab. Yet they did not convert, because Allah says, you cannot guide those who you love. So these are examples where they made dua, and did not get accepted. But we cannot assume Allah disliked them. Allah disliked Nuh alayhi salam. Allah disliked Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. There were reasoning behind that. Today, we have this confusion between dua and talab. Talab means to demand, whereas dua means to call upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We often, however, make demands in our prayer, but Allah cherishes that. Allah likes the call of a humble servant calling upon Him that he is stuck in some life situation, that he needs help of Allah. So we word it in a demanding way, but the issue is we're not supposed to think that, oh, if we demand it, we're going to get it. There's no way that happens. We can only ask for it. We can't assume that it will get answered. There are reasons why sometimes dua get delayed. And two of the reasons are, it's better that dua to be accepted later, and then sometimes it's better for someone else because of that delay. For example, we can take Yusuf alayhi salam's story. He got separated from his father at a very, very young age. And his father, Yaqub alayhi salam, made immense dua. He made dua so much that he lost his sight. But for that specific incident, no one can say Allah disliked Yaqub alayhi salam, that he took his son away. And in the ayah of Sharia, Yusuf alayhi salam was a minor, was a child, was innocent. So he cannot be considered, be held responsible for anything. So it wasn't like he was getting punished anyway. But the thing is, his father made dua immensely. But if you look at the story, the brothers of Yusuf alayhi salam threw him in a well. He got found by a different king. The king sold him as a slave. And then another king bought him as a slave. And because of the argument, he got sent into jail, into prison with two other cellmates. That is where Yusuf alayhi salam explained one of the cellmates' dreams. And it was later that, after that event, where the king was discussing his dream to one of the cellmates. And the king was confused what his dream meant. So the cellmate responded, I know a guy in the cell right now who could understand what your dream meant. And that was Yusuf alayhi salam. And when Yusuf alayhi salam was called upon, it was at that moment he prevented famine from that area. So if you look at it, the dua was made of the Prophet. Yaqub alayhi salam made dua for his son. But it got delayed because Yusuf alayhi salam was a sadqa jariyah for all those people that got prevented from famine. He got saved from all that for that small. So he got distance from his father, and there was a reason behind it. But we cannot think of that. There's no way we were capable of thinking. And the same thing from Maryam radiallahu anha. When she was told that she's gonna get a baby, she feared. She knew the public humiliation she's gonna face after she gives birth to Isa alayhi salam. But at that moment, she made a dua. She's like, I wish, if only I can die in the process of giving birth. Now this is a mother of a prophet making dua of death. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that never should you wish, none should wish death upon them. Yet this is a mother of a prophet who said it, and she also got recorded in the Holy Quran. And this signifies how important dua is to us, that we will go through humiliation in our life. There will be occurrences in our life where we will be so scared of what's going to happen that we would wish death upon us. The reason why Maryam radiallahu anha went through this is to show us that we have to be strong enough to make dua. We can't just accept what is going on. We have to make dua, continuous dua. Later after, we notice that she is respected so much in our religion that she has a whole surah named after her, Surah Maryam. And in the Holy Quran, no prophet is named Ibn. Like even Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he isn't named Ibn Abdullah. And in our culture, it's usually Ibn, the name of the father. It's Ibn, and then the first name of the father. But in the Quran, Allah puts so much respect for Maryam radiallahu anha that he named Isa alayhi salam Isa ibn Maryam. That shows how much he values Maryam radiallahu anha, how much respect she has in Islam, even though she was scared of the humiliation. So the lesson from this is to accept that there will be instances in our life where we will think that this is the worst calamity, but it's after that while where we understand there was logic or reasoning behind it. After this, I'd like to share a personal story of mine. Last fall, I took 5 courses, which probably wasn't the smartest idea in my education. And for most of it, I think I respected all 5 courses equally. However, one of them I struggled with. And I made immense dua for it. I did prayer, like I made dua during sujood, I made dua after every prayer. I still didn't go, I didn't make the cut. It did not make sense to me. I was like, I made dua. I'm doing all my 5 prayers. Why did my dua not get accepted? And it was hard for me to accept that, even though it is said that Allah listens when He is called upon. For me, physically and mentally, it did not make sense why my duas did not get answered until 2 weeks ago. Because the fall before last fall, I didn't make another course. I didn't make it through another course, which is why this fall I can't take any third-year courses. It's because of those 2 courses. And it did not make sense to me. I was like, I made dua, I studied, it did not work out. 2.5 weeks ago, I wrote an exam, which was recommended for a certification progress because I had to help my father out. And I had to write that exam. It was a 6-month certification program. During that exam, right after, I realized if I made it through those 2 courses, and if today I was taking 30-year courses, my engineering career and my capability of helping my dad, both have not been would not have been achieved. I would have screwed up both of them. So it was at that moment I realized, indeed, Allah is the best of planners. Because we plan and Allah plans, but Allah is most definitely the best of planners. But at that moment, I did not understand that. I thought that I made so much dua, so did Allah just discard all of them? Did He just listen to them and just not accept them? But we all know dua gets accepted 3 ways. One of them is getting accepted right away or in a delayed way. The second one is preventing from something bad happening to you, and the third one is where dua returns to you on the day of judgment. I believe between last fall and today, I've been through some moments in my life where I could have fallen into I could have followed a path or route that would have led me astray from Islam. I went really close to it, but alhamdulillah, I turned around. And the reasoning, the only reason, I'm not going to say anything else, is because it's just that dua. That's the only reason why. Because that's the second way the dua gets accepted. I've had life-threatening events that happened to me. I got saved in that as well. So what I want all of you guys to learn, excuse me, is how important making dua is. Because it'll either get accepted when it's better for you, or when you are a sadaqah jari for someone else. Or maybe it's not. Sorry. So the reason why I say dua is making important is it's either better for you right now, it's better for you in the future, or there's a reason why not making dua is dangerous. Because Allah says in Surah Al-Ghafir, He says, "Call on me, I will answer your prayer. But those who are too arrogant to serve me will surely find themselves in hell in humiliation." So this verse signifies how important making dua is. Because if you don't make dua, you're showing pride, and there's no room for pride in a Muslim. It's only that's a character only Allah can have. So I hope Allah makes it easier for us to make dua for us, make jami dua, and make us have sabr to understand the reasoning why some of our duas are not getting accepted. أقول قولي هذا فاستغفروا ولكم فاستغفروا إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسوله وآله وصحبه أجمعين. إن الله وملائكته يصلوا على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفارق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملت على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Assalamu alaikum everyone. We have pizza for after Jumaa. Someone donated it